Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Again, it's Bell. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Again to Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DJ Reader in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, give yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing on third down, Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Gone! Here we go now.
Mayfield on play action. They'll roll him out right. Room here to run. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a third down and 5 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Come back, come back. 2 jet, 2 jet, 2 jet, 2 jet.
On 1st down, Watson. Now he steps away, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Richmond. Come back, come back. 2 jet, 2 jet. 2 jet, 2 jet.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Justin Houston in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. And it's fielded at the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The give is to Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. They go play action. Mayfield able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now Watson. It's caught. Michael Brewer. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34.
Come back. Richmond.
On first down, it's Watson. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Come back.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out-cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. That one good for 12 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 49 yards out. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting to see
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
To throw on second is Watson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
Richmond. Tiger.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson flushed out right. Throw left side complete to QT. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Come back, come back. Target.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Fuller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw is Watson. To throw on second down. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Come back, come back. Richmond. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
To throw on second down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Come back.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island. Target. Come back. Two jet.
From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll go again with Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And he stopped immediately there. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Mayfield off the play fake. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go now.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play, because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Two jet. Come back.
Here's Watson on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. Come back. Richmond.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's letting this one go for... He's got a man, complete. A big 30-yard play on third. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now Watson throwing on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Watson. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
We'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Second down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Walsh now for the PAT. Walsh adds the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity. They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Boom, landing.
Back to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Houston, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.